Holidays for life in beautiful places. A wide choice of superb holiday homes in delightful locations across the UK, Europe and Turkey. Yours to enjoy throughout your life, and you can pass the benefits on to the next generation. That is what the Holiday Property Bond offers you. You have seen pictures of the bond's exceptionally spacious and comfortable villas, cottages and apartments. Perhaps you have visited a bond location to see the quality and comfort for yourself. If so, you may need very little convincing that the bond can offer you truly wonderful holidays. If you are like me, what you really want to know is this: how does it stack up in practice? Is it affordable? Is it tried and tested? Is it secure and dependable? Does it work? And will it really be value for money for me and my family? These are some of the questions I'd like to answer for you now. First, let me tell you a little about the bond's history. It first appeared on the holiday scene in 1983, the brainchild of a small group of businessmen. They wanted to create a new type of holiday that offered a sensible alternative to villa rental or timeshare, whilst being less costly and more flexible than buying your own holiday cottage. What they came up with was a life assurance fund with its assets invested in properties and securities. Investors, or as we call them, bondholders, would each make an initial investment of a few £1,000s. In return, they would receive a twofold benefit. They would have a financial interest in all of the bond's properties and securities. At the same time, they would have the right to use those properties for their own holidays, rent-free. Over the years, the Holiday Property Bond has built up an impressive portfolio of over 1,400 exclusive holiday homes. They range from modern villas in the sun to fine historic houses, restored to their former grandeur and converted into quality apartments. The idea that seems so new and original in 1983 has proved itself a remarkable success. The number of bondholder families has grown every year and now totals over 42,000. What's more, as the number of bondholders grows, so does the number of holiday properties, giving bondholders an even bigger choice of places to explore. Let me tell you how the Holiday Property Bond is structured. It is a lump sum whole-of-life assurance bond issued by a life company that is authorised by the Isle of Man Government Insurance and Pensions Authority. So besides your holiday accommodation benefits, there is also life assurance cover. The Holiday Property Bond is sold in the United Kingdom by HPB Management Limited, authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. All the assets of the Holiday Property Bond are held on behalf of its investors by an independent trustee, HSBC Trustee Guernsey Limited. It is to this trustee, whose ultimate parent is HSBC Holdings plc, that you will make your initial payment, including the advisor charge for HPB Management Limited. Out of your total initial payment, 15% is the advisor charge, and a further 10% or so is taken by the life company. These charges cover the cost of advice and administration, but mainly the further marketing and promotion of the bond. The more new bondholders, the more new property for all to enjoy. The bond has no borrowings, so its expansion is dependent on this marketing and promotion. After these charges have been paid, some 60% of the balance of the bond's new premium income is invested into property. This includes 7% which goes into a property improvement fund to ensure our properties and facilities continue to meet the bondholders and our high standards. The rest is invested in a portfolio of securities and similar investments. The portfolio is managed by leading investment houses, and the overall return it earns goes towards paying for the management of the fund, including part of the annual charges of the various parties. The balance of these annual charges is met by the modest quarterly policy administration charge that you will pay as a bondholder. This charge can only be increased in line with the government-issued retail price index, known as RPIX, or to reflect any changes in the way VAT is charged in relation to it. The Holiday Property Bond's assets are part of the life fund of an Isle of Man life assurance company. Under current legislation, the HPB fund does not pay any capital gains tax in the Isle of Man on gains accruing on the sale of its properties or securities, nor is any Isle of Man income tax payable on the income from the securities. The holiday property bond's unique structure means that top quality holidays don't have to come with a luxury price tag. When you become a bondholder, your investment buys you two things: units in the bond, at whatever the current price may be when you invest, and an annual allocation of holiday points, which you can use when you book your holiday accommodation. You receive 1 holiday point for every £1 of your initial payment for the holiday property bond. These points are credited to your account for each year and debited when you take a holiday. Each property is given a holiday points value for every week of the year, and naturally, the larger and more expensive the property and the more popular the time of year, the greater will be the number of holiday points that you will require. Every year, the number of holiday points you receive is adjusted to preserve and protect your holiday entitlement. This means your holiday accommodation entitlement is inflation protected. Of course, you don't have to use all of your points each year. You can carry over some or all of them for up to a year. You can also let friends or relatives use your points. Or if you're in business, you can use your holiday points as incentives or rewards for your most valued employees. Oh, and of course, fellow directors and families. To reduce the possibility that bondholders may not be able to book their preferred holiday weeks, the bond is structured and managed to achieve occupancy levels of around 80 to 85%. This means that you can book otherwise unoccupied property without using any of your holiday points under our special short notice rule. As a bondholder, you can also add to the amount that you have invested and so enjoy even more holiday benefits with your bond. Nearly half of the bondholders have already done this. The holiday points system is designed to be as flexible and as fair as possible. To understand it fully and the wonderful range of holiday opportunities it offers, you should talk to a representative who can explain it in detail and how best to make it work for you. When you book a bond property, you pay a no-profit user charge. This is set annually to meet the cost of housekeeping, minor repairs, electricity, and so on. A proportion of each user charge is allocated to property refurbishment, thus keeping the bond properties in perfect condition. You pay the user charge only when you actually book the property, and the amount you pay varies according to the size of the accommodation and local costs. The high level of satisfaction shown by current bondholders led us to introduce our unique Holiday Satisfaction Guaranteed offer. If you book and take your first holiday at a bond-owned property within the first 3 years of investing and are not 100% delighted, you can cash in your bond within 14 days of your return. You will receive a full refund of your initial payment. Moreover, with the holiday property bond, you are not locked into your investment. In addition to the Holiday Satisfaction Guaranteed offer, you can at any time after 2 years apply to cash in all or part of your bond and receive the full current value of the units. Unit prices can, of course, go down as well as up, and charges will affect overall value. But whatever happens, you will certainly have enjoyed superb holiday accommodation whilst you owned your bond. This ability to cash in is one of the benefits that the holiday property bond has to offer, compared with villa ownership, where the resale can be very slow, and timeshare, where it can often be virtually impossible. The main United Kingdom agents for the holiday property bond are HPB Management Limited. They market the bond, advise on property purchase, manage new construction, maintain the properties, handle bookings, and answer to bondholders in all matters concerning their holidays. All the bond's properties are independently revalued on a regular basis by GVA, the UK's largest independent property consultants. Expert independent valuation is very important because the increasing and decreasing valuation of the properties and securities directly affects the unit price of your investment. Finally, we come to the biggest question of all: is the bond right for you? Over the years, the bond has attracted people who enjoy the comforts of home, but take their holidays very seriously. Some want the kind of holiday where you can take the whole family, knowing everyone will be happy. Others are retired people who find the holiday property bond gives them so many opportunities to get away and discover new places. The holiday property bond appeals to people who enjoy life to the full and intend to go on doing so. Are you this kind of holiday maker? Do you look forward to getting away to your own holiday home from home in beautiful surroundings? Do you want to enjoy top quality, inflation-protected, rent-free accommodation? Not just this year, but every year, for life. Do you want to be able to pass the benefits on to the next generation? I very much hope you'll think about what I've told you, weigh up the facts, judge for yourselves, then decide. You could find the bond is just what you're looking for.